It's 935 KDAY Hip Hop. Back in the day, it's your girl CeCe and Romeo too.
Oh, I had to come in. You know,
you
I'm
gotta
an
jump
R&B,
on this one, right?
I'm an R&B fanatic, so when I knew 112 was coming, I knew it was real.
You guys think that R. Kelly was the king of R&B? This is like KDAY's king of R&B right here.
Hey.
That's what's up.
Anytime one of y'all records come on, I owe y'all money because I'm singing y'all records all the time.
And listen, we got
Nice,
the legendary legends in the building right now. We're talking about 112.
Yeah.
Man, you guys are back better than ever. I'm telling you, everybody was geeked up when you guys walked in the hallways. Just so you know, everybody pulled me aside and they're like, can I get a photo? Can I get a photo? Do you guys still get that all the time wherever you go?
Yeah, we get it. We get it all the time, and we appreciate the love. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just appreciate people saying that, you know, we're legends. I don't take that lightly, and, you know, I'm always humbled by that and just, you know, grateful that people still view 112 as, you know, the epitome of R&B and just still look at us in that light. I appreciate that.
Absolutely, you guys are legends, and it's crazy because the fact that you guys used to be called Forte, then 112.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. It's crazy. When I was going through all my questions and prepping, I was like, "Hey, I wonder if they know who Rapping Forte is."
Oh yeah.
Do you? Okay, I'm just asking.
We're familiar. We're familiar with
That's
that.
like one of the main reasons why we had to change the name.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Okay.
No, that's really the
respect
reason.
right there.
That's the real reason why we changed the name.
Was because of Rapping Forte.
Because he was already out, he was already doing his thing, and we just didn't want to have the conflict going on. So we just, you know, we just changed the name.
I heard
I know
that.
when I think of R&B music, man, like I said, I grew up on it. I love it. I sing it every damn day. Like when I think of all the groups that came out, when we talk about Next, Drew Hill, all them cats, and for your name to be pretty much at the top of the list whenever I ask somebody their favorite R&B group during that time, it says it all.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and putting the magic together, what was like one of the most magical nights you ever had? I'm sure you had plenty in the studio with all your hits, but like mine all day, Cupid. Only You.
Mine's Only You and Peaches and Cream. Like, that is my
You put
jam.
that in the club in L.A., people going to rock with it all day, man.
Absolutely.
So what was one of those magic moments for y'all you may want to speak on in the studio where you knew this record was going to be special?
Man, you know what? I would have said Only You too. Like when you first heard it, you know, with the beat and how the beat was sounding, like when it first came on, especially the remix. You know what I mean? And to know, like right now, got a homie, Ty Dolla had flipped it. You know what I'm saying? X, that joint's crazy. So it's like to hear that beat and to know like you had that feeling and it's still going on. That's amazing.
It's funny that you say that because my nieces danced to that with the Ty, and I'm like, you know, that was 112.
Yeah.
That was one. Like I have to
We can
school them.
speak
I'm
on
like,
it.
you don't understand. That's from your auntie's era. You know what I'm saying?
Love it.
And it still stands the time where, like I said, you can go to a club right now, 18 over, they still bang that record and it's going to get people on the floor.
Nice.
Ladies love that record. You don't know how many special nights I had because of 112.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Let me find out,
Here we
man.
go.
Hey, man.
Let me find out,
No, he
okay?
didn't.
That's
Right?
that's what we doing?
That's what
what you guys are doing.
man.
All right.
You guys wrote for such great people. Aaliyah, New Edition. How was Aaliyah? You know, as a radio personality, you know, I interview a lot of artists. I never got a chance to interview her or meet her, so I kind of live it through you guys. Like, how was Aaliyah? How was it working with her?
Oh, it was just great. I mean, she was an amazing soul. I think all the things that you've heard about her is kind of true to form from our perspective. Just always nice, always generous, always cordial. Just a sweet soul, man. So, you know, rest in peace. She did some amazing stuff, contributed to the R&B industry.
Absolutely.
So yeah, rest in peace.
That I always like to know, because we know what we see. We read the you know what I mean. We watch the documentaries, we read the blogs, but it's different when you have somebody that actually hung out with her and can tell us little things that maybe they don't speak on. You know?
Right.
Man, well, I got to do this, man, real quick. I love playing this game called Asked Out. I do it on my morning show. It's where you guys are going on tour. You're building your lineup to get to rock with you, but everybody can't go.
Okay.
So somebody going to get asked out.
Okay.
So I'm going to throw a couple names at you. Let me know who's on tour, who can't get on the bus.
Oh man, here we go.
Okay.
Do it.
Okay.
Next, Drew Hill. Who's on tour, who's getting asked out?
Drew Hill.
Drew Hill's
that's
on
quick.
tour?
On tour.
No, oh, they on tour? Okay.
He's going on the road.
Yeah. We just
Finished the tour with
we just
them.
did
Okay,
a
so that's
tour.
a
That
good
makes
feeling.
sense.
Yeah.
All right, on the R&B, on the solo tip, Genuine or Tyrese, who's going on tour, who's getting asked out?
Oh, you put Tyrese in there right
Had
now?
to. He need the
why
money,
you do
apparently.
Okay.
Unless the $5 million don't come through, that Will Smith don't give him.
Sheen, bro.
Well, we just finished a tour with Drew Hill and Genuine.
That was
so,
crazy.
See?
Yeah, we had to go with G.
Well, y'all
Well, now
calling,
you- okay,
y'all calling out
speaking of-
homies too, boy. This is
Right,
this is rough right here, man. This is
Romeo put you in a
rough.
position.
I plead the
Let's
fifth.
talk about that.
I plead the fifth. I know how that media works. Y'all mess around.
Well, let me
and-
ask you
This is
this.
a
You
fun
guys
game.
went on tour with Isley Brothers, Whitney Houston, Janet Jackson.
Yes.
Out of those three, which tour was the most memorable?
I would probably say Janet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Janet tour was really big. We had just landed our first #1 record with It's Over Now. It was just a really big time, and I remember recording the Part 3 album and just having that feeling like, okay, wow, we've had some big albums. Every album has went platinum thus far, but just having that feeling like this is gonna be that breakout album, and that was the album that Peaches and Cream was on, which is our biggest single to date. So I would have to say the Janet Jackson tour was it.
Oh, man.
It was a Whitney tour for me.
Really?
Yeah, Whitney, because she actually, she really embraced us. Like she really acted like big sister, mother, mother figure, the whole nine. So
She seemed like if she was just like a homegirl.
yeah,
straight up.
she embraced us like none other.
Like an auntie.
Yeah, like she was.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
No, real talk. Yeah.
yeah.
cool
We
as all
actually
get.
okay. I'm gonna tell you a story.
Please.
So I don't know if y'all remember this or not, man, but like she had to cancel a show in Philadelphia. The reason why she canceled that show is because she had a water gun fight with 112 in the
Y'all
park.
didn't know that.
What?
And we
What?
actually hit her, with water, and she got sick, so she couldn't.
Wow.
afford it. So 112 is the reason why. So don't, it's the statute of limitations. Y'all can't sue us now, but we're the reason why. Like, because she invited us to, like, we gonna go to the park. It's gonna be fun. But unbeknownst to her, we found out the reason why her and the dancers were gonna ambush us in the park with water guns and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Oh, my
We went to
God.
like Toys R Us and grabbed all the super soakers and water guns and all this stuff. And we ambushed them, and we were just in the trees and stuff. Just
Man, that's a
Shooting,
great story.
Yo, I gotta
she got
give a
sick.
shout out to New Edition and Isley Brothers too. All of our tours have been amazing because it gives us a chance to be introduced to their fan base. But other groups like New Edition, Isley Brothers, they paved the way for 112.
Yes, they
And
did, yes.
Before we even had a record deal, we would listen to those groups and they would inspire us and motivate us. So it's like one day we would love to be doing what they're doing. So for them to give us an opportunity to tour with them, seeing how other male groups work the crowd, how they respond and react to the audience, that was like a learning lesson for us. So I would say, in addition to Janet and Whitney, New Edition and the Isley Brothers, simply because they paved the way for male
Especially the Isley Brothers, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Because they've been around forever. We all grew up on them. What is any advice that they gave you that you always take? When people like that, of that stature, give me advice, like I take it like a gem. Did he give you crazy advice?
I got another story.
Oh, we love these stories.
Look, I got
Dang.
a story. Look, I'm the new Charlie Murphy, y'all. So
I love it.
I got a story for it. So we came on the advice that they gave us. I'll give you the premise. The advice was, don't go on stage with these wrinkled suits on. we had just got finished performing. We had these velour suits on. And,
Right.
I'm sure you can find they were blue velour suits. I know y'all remember. And the Isley Brothers, they had this one guy that introduced the Isley Brothers. His name was Gorgeous George, and he was Gorgeous George for real. He came
Straight
and
from
he talked like this, baby. Everything was like this, baby. You know. And then so he saw us perform right before we got on stage, and he was just giving us all advice or whatever. And he came over there after our performance, like, y'all boys did y'all thing, but let me tell you something. If y'all go on that stage with them suits just as wrinkled, from that point on, we always had to make sure we had them suits steamed.
Impressive.
Right?
I told y'all managers I would press them for you. Y'all boys on stage just as wrinkled. And from that point on, we knew, like, okay, we cannot be wrinkled anymore.
You got to be on point, right?
on point.
With the Isley Brothers, because
But it's so true because all that matters, it plays a role. You know, 'cause
Absolutely.
someone's always looking.
Image is everything,
Always
bro.
watching,
images
man.
are
everything.
Exactly, and perception is everything in this industry. You guys already know that. So, I mean, people are always going to look, and sometimes they just glance so they can pick you apart too.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Every time, not
Every
sometimes.
time, yeah.
Boys walking on stage just as wrinkled.
I remember
Let's talk
that too.
about
That
how
was so
years
funny.
go by and the Bad Boy Tour comes around. When you guys heard about this coming together, were you excited about it? I'm sure you were, but like when you start hitting all these cities and seeing the love, how did it make y'all feel? You know what I'm saying? Knowing you've been in this game so long.
It was definitely exciting. You know, we kind of saw it coming a little bit because we had did a show in New York with Puff and Snoop, and it was titled what was it? Was it Puff and Friends?
And Friends.
Yeah, Puff Daddy, Snoop Dogg, and Friends.
Right.
And so when we did that show in New York, we was like, okay, I think the Bad Boy tour is coming. Like, it was kind of starting to be rumored at that time.
Yeah.
So we was kind of expecting it. But then when we finally got the news, we was already on tour anyway.
Okay,
we
so
we stay on the road. We ain't never stopped touring. So we was already on tour. So we was ready, and it was a very exciting time. But just to know that it was the Bad Boy family coming back again, and it was going to be everybody, and it was going to be this major production, like, we was excited. So we went in and did the rehearsals, and everybody was just surprised to see that we were still, we still had it. We were still doing our thing, hitting our steps the same way like we were 25.
Never left, honey, right?
What I'm saying? So, but it was very exciting, and just to get out there and see the reception from all the fans and them knowing that, okay, 112 still got it, the Bad Boy family still got it, and just to know that the demand was still there for the music, that was an incredible thing.
See,
how do you guys feel about, because everybody talks about 90s R&B. Everybody speaks on it, you know what I mean? 90s R&B, 90s R&B. How do you feel about the R&B today?
Honestly, and this is me, I'm a producer, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
From a production standpoint, I really think it's the same. I think people are just not really seeing what's happening. Like, if you really think about it, like, in the 90s, you had songs that were risque, so to speak, that wasn't talking about love and marriage and settling down and all that. But then you still had those songs like A Cupid, you know what I'm saying? You still had songs like Crazy Over You. But I think now it's just more prevalent that the R&B artists of these days, they put the risque songs at the forefront of the music, and a lot of the Cupid type songs end up still on the album. So I think that's really the main difference. I think the R&B is still there, but it's just not in the forefront of the promotions.
Okay,
makes sense. Absolutely. Now you guys are working on your first album in 12 years.
Yes.
In 12 years, and it's titled after your names.
Yes,
absolutely.
Let's talk about that. I think that's dope.
Now we had some discrepancies because we were, either you knew Slim and you knew Q, but it was a tall one and a short one. So we was tired of that, man. Like, we were trying to figure out.
I'm the Mexican with blonde hair. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she got blonde hair. It must be CeCe.
Right.
You feel me? But if I wear a baseball cap, you're not gonna know who I am.
Right. Right. So that's kind of like, but overall, we just wanted to identify, because our idols were New Edition. You know what I mean? And you got Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, Ralph. And Johnny. So, we wanted Q, Mike, Slim, DeRon because that's. In our eyes, that's what it took in order to be icons. You know what I mean? Because in our eyes,
true,
New Edition are icons. They're legendary. And follow their footsteps. What were some of the things that they did? They identified themselves immediately. Everybody knew who, Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, Ralph, Johnny were. You know what I mean? So we wanted to do that same thing and identify and just, just put it to rest finally. You know what I mean? Like, it's Q, Mike, Slim, DeRon. It's real simple. You know what I mean? So
I like it too.
Pretty much how we want to do it. And it's catchy too, because we did an interlude on our third album, Q Mike's like Q Mike's Slim DeRon. So we thought then that people were gonna get it, but
But they gonna get it this time.
They ain't got no choice.
They gonna learn today.
But to get it this time, man. You gonna learn today.
Well, word on the street is that this is like the best version of 112 yet.
Absolutely.
What you feel about that?
Well, I mean,
you said absolutely.
We're 21 years in the game, young vets. We know what we're doing, and we know what is the best version of 112. We've grown musically, we've grown as men and more mature, and we are really, really just good at who we are, and the roles that we play. Throughout the years, I've become the best version of Q Parker for the group, DeRon, Slim, and Mike. So you now are listening to a very seasoned group, and you're right. We sound better than we've ever sounded. A lot of times people will think when you get older, the talent or your ability is lessened. But I believe for 112, we just continue to get better, and it's only going to get even better from here.
How is it though, balancing it? Because like people know you as 112. Obviously, we love you. You guys are legends. You're on the stage. We're fans. But at the end of the day, you're still a person. No matter what, take it away, you're still Q. You know what I'm saying? How do you guys balance that with your family and traveling? Because you just said that you were on the road all the time.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's difficult. You miss out on a lot of things, but we knew that's going in, that was part of the sacrifice. Not trying to get churchy or anything, but the Bible says to whom much is given, much is required. In order for us to receive, we have to put out an equal amount or more than what is given to us. And sometimes you miss birthdays, sometimes you miss funerals.
Oh, and sometimes the birthdays you're like, man, man. You know, you see the pictures.
Man, I can't tell you how many your family reunions,
right?
And all that stuff. But if your foundation is strong, we're Southern. So our family base. Not saying to anybody else that in the Southern have family isn't strong. That's not what I'm saying. But we had that strong family foundation in the South, and our foundation realized that it's okay. You guys, we understand. Like you're going to be on the road. Family.
That's dope that you have such a supportive. You know what I mean?
They're very supportive.
Yeah,
they really
group
understood.
of people around you.
And the key word you mentioned is balance. It's
just hard though to still do it every day.
Yeah, but you have to make the sacrifice. You have to make the effort. If you know you're gone 5 days out of the week, when you get those 2 days off, get a little rest. But you got to put some family time
with that
in
QT
too.
time with the family.
Yeah, you do.
Balance. And that comes with growth and maturity too.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. And I say that, because when you say that, I already think of like my life and my boyfriend and us, and we're learning like some days we have to shut off the phones.
Right.
And it has to, you have to focus on the person in front of you.
That's right.
Yeah. You feel me?
Every day when I go home, I got a 4.5-year-old. When I pick him up from school, my phone is shut down for the night. Because it's all about him at that point.
Exactly.
So you got to make that choice. Now, you guys say you've been touring the world. Like, obviously, your success shows what you've done and what you've accomplished. But, like, just coming up from that block or from the hood, we all got friends that never even leave the city or the block.
Yep.
Is there a certain place you've been in the world where you said, damn, like we were really in this, we made it? Is there a certain city that you may have toured in or performed in and made you feel this way? For example, grew up in St. Louis, packed my stuff up, came out here, slept on somebody's floor for months, but then God blessed me with a radio gig. I've been doing it, 15, 16 years.
Amen.
Nice.
So coming to LA, it made me say, yo, I've arrived, I put in the work. So what was that moment for you guys?
New York, probably.
New York,
yeah.
Well, we moved. You have 4 country bumpkins from never been on a plane in our lives. Right. Then immediately you go to Sodom and Gomorrah. You know what I mean? So it was whatever you wanted, any kind of debauchery, whatever you wanted was there. It was all there. But we stayed grounded, we stayed together. But I think that at that moment when I'm gonna tell you when we went into the Hit Factory for the first time, and we saw like LL was there, Fat Joe was there.
Damn.
Of course Puff was there, and it was just a slew of people just coming in, and they were just hearing us sing because our manager at the time, he was just like, yo, whenever somebody come in famous, just start singing. Immediately start singing.
I like that manager.
He had to focus, and Deron's a pianist, so a pianist. And he got on the piano and he just started playing. We just started singing everything, and everybody stopped. From Mariah Carey on down, everybody was stopping. Like, okay, Puff got something on his hand. We knew then that we were there.
I might have to ask him. I know
go
it's
ahead.
kind of early in the morning, but what was one particular song y'all would hit when people walked in? If we can go back to that moment right now, what song could y'all hit right now?
Right now?
Yeah. Right now?
He's like, hold up, let
y'all
me see.
did acapella right now. Y'all at the studio. Let's go back to New York.
I gotta check this out.
Yeah, we was doing Hard to Say Goodbye.
We're doing cover songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Say goodbye. Y'all want to do it on that?
I can't remember.
Roman want to jump in.
Oh, no, I'm back there.
Oh, okay. Roman want to jump in.
You remember the homie?
Wait till they get out of here.
You don't want me to jump in.
We finna figure it out real good.
So what is
right
So who doing the?
I'm gonna do the lead. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
gonna do the
okay.
lead.
So
Yeah.
you gonna do the
Whatever note you want.
Okay.
Right.
I do the one on you.
All right, ready? How do I say goodbye to what we had? The good times that made us laugh, always remain.
112, y'all.
I thought we get to see forever, but forever's gone away. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.
It gets no better than that.
It gets
112.
no better than that. Give it up. Come on, everybody in the room.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Man.
That's
like
what you call
really on the
organic,
fly,
bro.
on the fly.
Come on.
Like-
It's been 30 years since we saw this.
so
Damn.
It's been like 21 years since we saw
That's
this.
crazy.
But I love just watching how you just real quick. It was like, nah, nah, nah. I mean, it just mumbled.
Romeo, can you do a little like Peaches and Cream or a little Only You, just
Oh
something?
man,
Give
I
me
used to
a-
always sing Only You in
Can
the
you give
club.
me a little something?
You know, that might be
I
disrespectful.
know it's early in the
trying to
morning.
sing that song, man.
Oh no! Put him on blast.
You done put us on blast like
You ain't
that.
here,
It's
See?
time.
Exactly. They want you. Go
yeah,
ahead.
there we go.
Oh man, y'all really gonna do this?
Let's do it, Romeo. You got this.
No, I'm gonna do Only You. I'm gonna do Only You.
Oh, my bad. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I need to know where we stand
Yeah.
when we share a special thing called love. I know I do. What about you?
Okay.
See, I need you in my life. I thought y'all Hey, listen, my career is great. I just sang the 112 over this. Oh, hey, I salute y'all for letting me do that.
Organic, man.
Hey.
And you know what's so crazy is that he always sings, but right now he just got a little like,
Yeah.
That was
Because if
amazing.
you don't gotta respect.
Of course, I get it.
But then he
That's
turned that
love.
thing on real quick. He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, man, I really don't want. Oh,
Yeah. Somebody been practicing.
Love it. Love it.
Hey, I've been
man.
going down the hall. I knew y'all was coming for a week, so all week down the hall, I just been going like, yeah.
See, he's playing. He looks like R&B singer. Got the V-neck on.
He doesn't look like a singer.
R&B singer. He got it.
The
He
jacket.
look like
The jacket.
Got a band and everything.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on, man.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
No, man, hey, I appreciate y'all letting me do that, man.
No,
Because
absolutely.
my favorite R&B group
Represent it.
right here, hands
Absolutely.
down, man.
That's what's up.
Appreciate that.
Thank
That's
y'all.
what's
Thank you
up.
so much. Before we, I
go
don't know
ahead.
if we can, we are going on tour with Jagged Edge next year.
Nice.
I want to
Ooh.
emphasize that.
Yes.
So we have a record on the new album. Let's talk about the new album for a second. It's
Yes,
called
please.
Q Mike Slim to Run. It has 15 tracks on it, but it is absolutely amazing. You guys will definitely get your money's worth. We really put our heart and soul into this project, but the one record that in particular is the one that we did with Jagged Edge. A lot of people thought it wasn't going to happen. We knew it was going to happen, and we're excited about the tour that is going to happen next year. So
And when does the album come out?
the album is out
out
last
now.
Friday.
Last Friday, so it's already out. So you guys go ahead and grab it right now.
Right now.
Go out and get it.
Okay, grab it right
Everywhere.
now.
Everywhere.
It's a classic.
Oh,
Straight
man.
classic. We have
Faith Evans on
we
the
got Jagged Edge
on the record, and Jagged is on the record
Oh,
with us
yeah.
as well. So we
I love Faith Evans.
That's our sister.
That's our
Real
sister
okay,
right
so you
there.
guys really do have a close relationship with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's family.
She threatened
Yeah.
our lives basically. She said if y'all ain't gonna have me on this record, it's out.
Look at
Matter
my
of fact, we got to call her while we out here.
while we out here and stuff. So you know, she really threatened our lives.
Oh man, make sure you guys go ahead and grab it and follow
Big
them on
sis,
Instagram.
we love you, big sis.
The official 112 on IG. Thank you guys so much for being in the
Thanks for
studio
having
with
us,
us.
man. Yes.
Thank you.
We
Bless.
appreciate it. Before you guys leave, really quick, I want to ask. I ask every artist that comes into the studio this one question. 935 KDAY, the legendary KDAY. We talk about how this is the first hip hop station in the world.
Nice.
We play everything from NWA, Ice Cube to the Far Side, Jay-Z, 112 to Aaliyah. How important is it that a station like this is still around? A station like this still protects that genre of music. You know what I'm saying?
I'm so glad you said that because I say this all the time. Rock stars or rock music lovers protect their icons.
So
Country music protect their icons.
Absolutely.
It's rare that we, and everybody knows what I'm talking about. We don't really protect our icons like we should, and so it takes radio stations like KDAY in order, for us to keep that going. So we appreciate you guys absolutely from the bottom of our hearts because without y'all, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. You know what I mean? Because like the 90s era, they old school, boom, we don't want to hear it no more.
Yeah.
The old school revolution and the old school music theme that's going on right now, it is a godsend, and we thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts because without y'all it would not be a 112.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We appreciate that. And people say, they say the 90s R&B and 90s music, to be honest with you, it's more popular right now.
Oh,
than
protect
the
your
music.
icons, man.
Like, it's
Protect
true.
your
It's
icons.
really, it is
Out
what it
there
is.
right
It's
now.
true.
Look,
Well, I tell you what, let's make a challenge to the people out there. I just seen Chris Brown got over 1 billion streams.
Let's do it with
Then,
112.
Hey, guess what? When we came together, they demanded that 112 come back together and put this R&B out. I want all the R&B lovers. We want our streams to be just like that. Make a stand.
Yes, let's do it.
Don't just leave it up to just memes and all that mess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if not, cat like me, I'm not really into social media. So you know what I'm saying? I keep it 1,000 type person. So if y'all, if you really love R&B, show it. Don't talk it. You know what I'm saying? Don't just post it. Go support. And anybody that represents true R&B music, go out there and support that too.
Support your
Well said.
Might
Well
them to
said.
run us out
There
right
it is,
now.
112, baby.
Thank
Come
you.
on, it's
Appreciate it.
935 KDAY in the building.